This is John Cena Sr., and you're watching Wrestling with Regret.
Backyard wrestling. If you've watched this show long enough, you know how I feel about it. But despite my opinion on the matter, I can't deny its popularity, especially during wrestling's last great boom period 17 years ago. In the year 2000, Artisan Entertainment capitalized on the backyard craze and put out this cinematic equivalent to a trash can to the head, Backyard Dogs. A film that tries to make wrestling look noble, it does pretty much the opposite of that. Blurring the line between fantasy and reality to the point that it's hard to tell why these guys are even fighting, this film features plenty of actors and wrestlers who deserved better. But just how bad is this film, the title of which was inspired by a character stepping in dog shit? I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's dive right in. That sounds like bullshit. Hey everyone, do you like that opening theme song where some guy screams the title of the movie at the top of his lungs? No? You think it's super grating and annoying? Well, how about a whole movie full of that music? Boy, that genre had a good couple of years, didn't it? The opening credits begin, and with this montage, you can just hear the collective puckering of assholes within WWE's legal team. While that's going on, we see two people creeping through the alleys at night, or whatever time of day it's supposed to be with that blue filter.
We're now about to enter the magical city of El Dorado, hidden city of golden streets, diamond dust, and silver sidewalks.
Oh no, not you, Zach! How original, Black Power Ranger? How could you have been roped into this mess? By the way, El Dorado is a county, not a city. Walter Emmanuel Jones plays Lee, wrestling fanatic, and Bree Turner plays Christy, skeptical girlfriend. Well, she's a girl and a friend, but not a girlfriend. And while Jones's career has clearly seen better days at this point, Turner would actually go on to greater fame starring in the show Grimm. So hold on, Bree, just 12 years or so before you get your big break. Lee takes Christy to an underground backyard wrestling event, and since this movie is filmed in California, you just know Jesse Hernandez is taking part in it. I swear to God, I can't escape this man. The two go through the curtain and approach an audience that has all the passion and energy of the background and a level of Street Fighter. And why wouldn't they be excited after watching this bum fight?
It's called backyard wrestling. It's the hottest ticket in the country. I'm talking 1 million dudes in 1 million backyards, all doing the WWF.
Lee explains to Christy that backyard wrestling is a lucrative enterprise, and they can make money together by selling tapes online. The partnership would include the two of them and a third party.
Well, here I am, Death Wish. And for you, my friend, fun and games are over.
Oh man, you know what it means when he folds up the newspaper. It is on! Lee and his paperboy friend Cole have formed a team called the Backyard Warriors and are touring the region to help earn money for college. With names like Backyard Warriors and Paperboy, no wonder they need a third party to help them out. Yes, I always find backyard wrestling to be the perfect setting to find romance. Lee and Cole tell Christy that they need her web savvy to help build an audience on this lucrative backyard circuit in order to take part in the championships in Beverly Hills, where the winner gets to work an FMW pay-per-view. Christy accepts because it turns out she needs the money to pay off mounting legal fees for who really cares.
Look, you'll have your money in a month.
I just need to finish this terrible movie gig and you'll have it, okay?
I'll put you on the net and set up hyperlinks. By the end of this month, I am gonna Steven Spielberg you straight into Blair Witch Country.
Dig that hip 2000 teen speak. While Christy works to come up with an edgier team name for the two boys, she blindly steps in a pile of dog crap, and suddenly, inspiration!
That's nasty.
Dogs. Backyard dogs. That is who you are.
Backyard dogs?
Oh great, Backyard Dogs. A somehow even worse, more generic name than Backyard Warriors. Real branding wizard here, folks. Christy tells Cole to ditch the paperboy gimmick because it's too wholesome, and rebrands him the Outlaw, a level of bland unoriginality befitting of a member of the Backyard fucking Dogs. The marketing process begins with a camera crew of one guy videotaping him getting out of bed and walking around in his underwear. Yeah, this will be a huge hit with that college male audience you're trying to win over.
I didn't get the ass shot.
We're doing ass shots?
So after a complete image overhaul that includes blue camo pants and an awful tattoo, and that's pretty much it, Cole has his first match of the circuit in Modesto against...
Yeah, I know you. I got your photo. Cole the Outlaw Davis. Snake Dug.
Oh no, not you too, Kazarian! I mean, the Black Power Ranger's one thing, but not this! Cole and Kaz fight in a trunk match while Lee's busy picking up side bets. Wait, I thought these two were part of a team, but Lee gets the day off? What a rip! Cole gives a signal to Lee, who backs up a car. Cole tosses Kaz into the trunk and shuts it to win the match. But why did Lee need the signal from Cole to get the car? Did no one think to get it in position at the start? Would they have just fought forever if Cole hadn't given the signal? How did Lee even get keys to this car in a place he's never been? A movie this dumb shouldn't make me think this hard.
I'm just working on your background story for the internet. Don't look at the computer, Cole.
For the internet. God, it sounds so weird now. Back at the hotel, we get some more paint-by-numbers sexual tension between Cole and Christy as the latter works more on Cole's backstory.
Your family. I say they wanted to join you, but they decided to stay in Sacramento and work on the farm with your dad.
Is he an outlaw or a farmer then? Outlaws don't have time to farm. After being shut down by Christy, Cole decides to be a C-block to Lee, who's getting his groove on dancing with a naked groupie. Which you do, I guess.
Yo, man. I'm sorry, man. I need to talk to you for 1 second.
After Christy tells him to stop taking side bets, Cole and Lee immediately make one more, only this one's to see if Cole can get with her by the end of the tour.
As long as I keep saying the right things, doing the right things, it's gonna happen.
Wow, did this guy go to the same charm school as Marty Shalom Weinstein? Our next stop on the tour is Fresno, in front of a meager audience. You know, for something that was hailed earlier as the hottest ticket in town, you sure don't find a lot of big crowds for this. The Backyard Dogs are set to fight a couple of guys who clearly named themselves after their favorite CAWs, Alcatraz and the Raptor.
What's your move?
It's called a spinal tap. What it is pretty much a top rope powerbomb through a table to the outside on concrete floor.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Bring me Cole the Outlaw Davis!
And I want the Mighty Ninja. So come on, guys, bring out the dogs.
Now that's some high quality acting there. Lee starts out strong with what I can only assume is hip-hop Aikido, taking out Alcatraz with ease. Just as the Raptor's about to get some, Mr. Raptor arrives and breaks up the party.
I go away a few days, you're fighting again? Everybody out of here, now!
Dad!
Backyard wrestling, gateway to superstardom and immortality. Fame, fortune, and glory awaits thee, as long as your parents aren't fucking squares! The gang moves on to San Jose for the next battle as they get ready to fight a big dude named Voodoo Joe.
What's the signal, big man?
The signal?
Yeah, the signal, when we know it's full contact.
Hang on, there's a portion of the fight that will be full contact, so half of it's a work, half of it's a shoot? What is this? Joe threatens our heroes, stares at the camera for a few good seconds, and then walks off to prepare for the match. And get a load of his tag team partner.
We have Voodoo Joe's tag team partner, the Mad Gator!
Oh yeah, I bet kids watching this movie thought this guy's entrance was the shit. Voodoo Joe takes liberties with our boys and goes into for realsies mode without giving the signal. The promoter then calls the cops to break up the show, which benefits him somehow, as he and the big man run off with all the money. Our heroes immediately track him down in another city with almost no problem, beat up one of his goons, get their money back, and walk away. The John Cena School of Screenwriting. Footage of the encounter goes viral in an era when viral wasn't even a thing yet, and the exposure gets them an interview that will somehow broadcast onto ESPN?
An interview with you. Streaming video. ESPN airs it live.
And let's just see what quality content the worldwide leader's getting.
Why don't you just email me, girls, and tell me who to choose? Cole the Outlaw or Lee the Mighty Ninja. You pick the guy and I'm gonna have a big old date with them.
Huh? What the hell's this got to do with building their brand and getting momentum to go to the Backyard Championships or the FMW show, whatever the hell it is the ultimate goal of these guys is anyway? Somehow, this weird version of The Bachelorette catches the eye of a promoter named ZZ Nash. And how couldn't he be wowed with this kind of narration?
It's a people sport, done by real people, and done for real.
This hot cup of wrestling's brewed using only the finest real people. Doing real things. With people.
We just became the world's first internet interactive soap opera.
Can you please just put in some conditioner? It's driving me nuts. We go down to Lompoc for some barnyard wrestling. Or would it be wrestling?
From Sacramento, California, Cole the Outlaw Davis!
Hey, is that Loki? He's got the cheesy deep voice and everything. Cole is getting ready to fight a guy named Psycho Dave, but backs out when he realizes that his opponent is just another teenage kid. Out of nowhere, our old rotund friend Voodoo Joe comes in and wrecks shit. Cole then takes a stand and demands to only work with the reputable backyard feds from here on out. Okay. And then we get a lovely montage of the backyard dogs winning ways, as seen in these still images from matches that have already happened. After some more awkward mixed messages from Christy, Lee's jealousy has become too much. Lee and Cole have a skirmish in a cage as tension boils over between the two of them and their interest in Christy, as Lee spills the beans about their wager.
I gotta go.
You know things are getting serious when they add a shutter effect. The backyard dogs go their separate ways, fighting their own battles, until both Cole and Lee are scheduled to face off in the championships against each other. What? You were expecting maybe the heartthrobs? It's time for the championships, and because it's in Beverly Hills, the audience is a lot older and nicer looking than previous crowds. Truly, backyard wrestling speaks the universal language. ZZ Nash displays the Backyard Championship belt, which is actually the Empire Wrestling Federation belt, thank you Jesse, as the former best friends battle it out.
I can't hit you, man. Hot Flash, I can't hit you either. Well, what the hell are we gonna do?
I don't know, how about you just pretend like you've been doing it up to this point, except for when you haven't been doing it? But before the crowd turns on them, Voodoo Joe and Frosty Tips McGee crash the party. Yay, bloodshed! Our heroes put their differences aside and battle the two monsters. Voodoo Joe goes for a splash from the second rope, but Lee manages to roll away while his shirt magically changes. Cole fires up and saves the day, and the two win the belt together somehow. Oh, wrestling, your rules change on a dime and nobody cares. The two earn the opportunity to fight at the big pay-per-view in Las Vegas, and FMW's behind their story all the way.
You got the two guys who grew up, the two farm boys that grew up in their backyard fighting each other. Now they have a shot at the big time.
Wait, they're both farm boys now? Isn't one of them a ninja? The boys accept their Vegas match, but Christy is pissed because she fears the violence could escalate. This after multiple encounters where the violence did escalate and she didn't care. I don't even know anymore. Back at the hotel, Cole finally tells Christy how he really feels.
It's too late, okay? You've done your talking.
What if I'm not done talking?
Jesus, why do so many of these movies I watch have psychos and perverts as the heroes?
You love me? If you did, you would not be doing this.
I'm not gonna get hurt.
How do you know that?
Because I'm not in this for the pain, I'm in it for the money.
Those two things aren't opposites? The dogs meet up with Parker Nash, ZZ's brother, who promotes for FMW in the States.
You're the first backyard wrestlers to ever make it to the big ring.
There was Mick Foley.
Mankind?
Yeah, he taped himself jumping off a roof into a bunch of garbage cans. Got him a trial with the WWF.
Cole and Lee jump into the limo and meet none other than Japanese wrestling legend Hayabusa, or Hayabusa. And if you hadn't figured out by this point who was funding this movie, we then get a 45-second commercial for FMW.
Pretty impressive, huh?
Does anyone else think these patterns kind of look like dick and balls? The boys are told they'll be fighting Crazy KC and out-of-shape, toothless Scott Norton. Hayabusa removes his mask for dramatic effect to let them know that KC is dangerous, but that he'll help them train. And by train, I mean show off some flippy moves. Suddenly, Crazy KC runs in unannounced and has a very warped-looking real fight with Hayabusa. He's chased off and delivers his lines as if the script was 2 feet away from his face.
And as for you two, Sugar Britches and Stick Boy, you get in the ring with me, I'll break your stinking backs. Ah!
My God, he's so angry he caused a jump cut! Fearing the worst, Christy begs the two to back out of the match, but they know what they have to do. After getting the full pyro treatment, we're introduced to KC and his partner, Voodoo Joe. Oh, that Joe, so incorrigible. Lee gets some heat early on, but KC quickly overpowers him.
Take the carrot, Cole! A few hits and then quit. Alright, that's the deal. A few hits and then it's over.
Yep, Lee's got the big guys right where he wants them. Cole looks like a colossal douche after leaving Lee in the ring, but then, after enough time has passed to obtain maximum drama, shows up once again to deliver a flying attack. The dogs make a miraculous comeback, beat the piss out of Voodoo Joe, and then take out Crazy KC to win the match. Cole gets the girl in the end, the well-timed pyro blazes, and the credits roll. And that was... This movie is so stupid. Beyond just backyard wrestling, it makes the whole business come off like this uncontrolled, lawless enterprise which is simultaneously a license to print money. A lot of wrestling is lawless, sure, but the real sleazy stuff is generally outweighed by those who do things the right way. The fact that FMW got behind this movie is baffling to me. FMW was ultra violent, but it's not like the wrestlers were a bunch of untrained guys killing each other for no money. And the idea that backyard wrestling is some big stepping stone to the pros is complete lunacy, even when it was at its most popular. Even most of the famous pro wrestlers who did backyard stuff as kids went on to become formally trained. I'll admit the movie gets a couple of things right. After all, there are certainly plenty of sketchy promoters and workers out there who take advantage of rookies, and in a weird way, the movie actually called how the internet and social media would become vital to the success of wrestlers today. But any high points here are minuscule compared to everything else that's wrong with this movie. When it comes to watching Backyard Dogs, all I'll say is, don't try this at home. Be sure to thumbs up this video if you like it, comment below, subscribe to Wrestling with Regret, and buy the t-shirts at ProWrestlingTees.com. I'm Brian Zane, and I'll see you next time.
Bitch, I say third grade is harder than you. With one shoe and bottleneck glasses, what you gonna do? You got it in your head that I'm...
Wait a minute, wait 1 solitary minute. You're gonna tell me there's a whole episode about backyard wrestling and I'm not even in the thing? I'm the backyard guy in this channel. Dumpster Fire Wrestling Alliance for life! Ah!